Yeah, just this is a mixed video. I think we're going to be talking about a few things, but I just want to start off bit of sad news, really. I found out yesterday that Craig Spivey passed away. He realised he had cancer in 2019, and I don't know how many people he actually told, but yeah, it was a big shock, and I was actually, I mean, I didn't know him very well. Obviously, I listened to him on the podcasts, and I met him at the celebration, and yeah, and he was a lovely man, but he's a part of the community, and the collecting community is fantastic, and I just feel for his family, his wife, and yeah, it was just a bit of a shock. I just wanted to start and just say that words fail me, really. So yeah, let's get on with some more Brighton, you know. I think what we'll talk about today is, or this week, or this month, and it's a long time since I did a waffle, but I want to talk about my collecting habits, going back to something that I've talked about before, but vintage versus modern. Now, this came to me. I was in the bath the other day and this came to me, and I'd recorded, and I thought, I need to record what I'm going to talk about, and I did that, and you know, my passion is vintage, and I do call it modern tat, which people say, well, you collect modern, you buy modern. And yeah, I do, yeah, but I'd much rather buy vintage. I've talked about it before, where they're bringing out stuff now, regurgitating stuff from the 80s, from the 70s, from the 80s. There's a retro Star Wars line, that the He-Man is all back, Turtles are coming back, Thundercats, everything is getting regurgitated. And some of it now, I mean, like, let's talk about the Star Wars retros. They are becoming dearer now than the original, what you can get for a loose Star Wars figure, vintage Star Wars figure. I mean, look at the HasLabs. So yeah, you could have gone back to Hasbro on it. I remember there was the Rancor. They tried to do the Rancor, and they was doing the Sky Striker as well. So in that week, I bought a Rancor, a vintage Rancor and a vintage Sky Striker for what, £100? I can't remember how much they were selling these, trying to sell these. The Rancor didn't get funded, but I know it was a larger scale. But the thing is, HasLab was supposed to be something that they've never seen before. Like the first thing they came out with was the badge, never been done before, perfect, beautiful. I wish I could have had the room for one of those. I still do. They do the Razor Crest. That you can get that. You can get that in any other scale you want. But it just like why would you bring out something like Sky Striker? I think, yeah, fair enough if people want to buy them, but I wouldn't have minded it. I would love it, but when you can get the Palatoy version, I'd rather have that. I'd rather have the original versions. Everything they bring out seems to be growing in price, which going in the future, 10-20 years time, that might be the thing that people collect. I mean, I could go and talk about how people will collect in 20 years time. That might be a good video for later on. but it's obvious that it's going to be video games, definitely, because like the video games from when I was a kid. I was looking the other day and there was a Mega CD game, which nobody ever bought on Mega CD, and it was £490. So in the shop, £490. Oh, what? It's going. I wouldn't say it's not. It's no stupid. If somebody wants it, if the want is there, it's gonna sell. I will never slay any prices because well, maybe sometimes, but if the demand is there that people want to buy it, it will sell at that price. Simple as that, and I can't knock it. Can't knock it. Like my Zoids, it wasn't they weren't the vintage. I got those 3 Zoids in the job lot for 20 quid. They weren't vintage Zoids. They were from 2003, I think they were. They were like 20 years later. But I have sold them for quite a lot of money. Well, I sold one. Sold the big Cordulus. It's £175. It's, you know, I'd seen some sold for £200. So I thought, well, it's not brand new. It works. So I thought I'll put it 175 our best offer, so I can get like maybe 150. I did get like a few watches on it. I put some offers at 150, just, you know, testing the water. Somebody bought it for 175. I mean, that's a huge profit. I mean, I still have the other 2 Zoids and the Space Precinct Cruiser to sell. And I know those go for quite a bit of money. But it had the bike and the figures in it and everything. So yeah, so that's still there. I know it will probably sell, and if it doesn't, it can stay there. I would like to keep it because it's really nice. And again, it's not vintage, it's modern, sort of. But it's pretty cool. Now, I go on about modern stuff and designers not doing the best work. Now, I would prefer designers to be back in the day where they designed things. I know they design things on computers and things like that now, so it's still designing. Don't get me wrong. I would never knock a designer because I would love to be able to do that job. But the fact is that there's very little imagination. I do say there's no imagination, but there is a tiny little bit of imagination. There's not as much imagination as there was back in the 60s, 70s, where the designers, these toys came from the heart. They were creating toys for kids. I think that's what the problem is now. I'm not going to single out Hasbro, but Hasbro, they are not designing for kids. So are their hearts into this? I'm sure they are, but not as much as they're making it for adults and not kids. You know what I mean? It's back in the day, you were creating a toy for a kid to play with and grow with. I was talking to somebody the other day about this, and in the White Rose, I saw this little lad. He had a turtle figure in one hand and a Hot Wheels in the other. It was like that, and he was so happy. And that's it. That is childhood. That is what I remember. I remember getting the toys. I don't remember much about. You don't remember much about your life, about being a child. But you remember the toys you used to get and just being so happy when you're thinking, oh yeah. But I mean, he got a turtle in the car, and they're totally different. But you could see him was looking like that, and he probably couldn't wait to rip them open and get them home and rip them open. Probably did it on the way in the car or in the bus or whatever. like you used to do when you used to lose the bits. But creating toys for kids, I think you'd put a lot more heart and soul into it. So that might be the problem, but I think with the lack of imagination, it stems from you go back in time and you know there's no internet, there's very little TV, 2-3 channels. You read books. There's no mobile phones. There's no computer games. I think computer games is the biggest issue with imagination, because I've said it before. With the Star Wars figures, I only saw the Star Wars film twice until '82. So Star Wars was the figures for me, and making my own stories up with the figures, playing with the figures, making my own stories up. Imagination. Now, going back to today, and one of the reasons why kids probably don't play with toys as much is because they don't need to. To get your Star Wars, we talk about Star Wars. You get your Star Wars fix, you can either go watch it on the TV, press the button and watch it on the TV, or you can play it on a video game. I'm not knocking video games, I love them. I love video games. I've got so many video games. But if you want that hit, if you want that fix, kids don't play with the toys. They go for a video game or on the mobile phone video game. And that is they're too good. They are too good. So you're not using your imagination. The game's telling you what's happening. There's no imagination in it. Do you know what I mean? It's and I don't know how we get it back. And that, I think, because video games have been going on for decades now, since the 70s, home computers, home consoles, that it is gradually, everybody's losing their imagination. And you can see it. You can see it in movies. I'm not just knocking toy manufacturers and designers. You can see it in movies. Nobody's got any fresh ideas in movies. TV shows, kind of that. I think the TV shows are probably the best. I'm not talking about the BBC or the ITV or the normal TV, like Netflix, Amazon, Disney to a certain point, but Disney are using their old stuff to redo the old stuff and that. Yeah. So that's my point. That Hollywood, there's no imagination anymore. They're rehashing old things. They're making sequels of stuff they've already got. So there's just no imagination. I think most of the TV series in recent years have come from books. Game of Thrones, Witcher, Reacher. The Boys that came from a comic book. You can say, most of the stuff you can say that it came from a book or a comic book or whatever. But something like, there's very little TV I would watch. But Peaky Blinders, probably one of the best shows. That's probably the last show I really watched on BBC. You know what I mean? If you like things like Doctor Who, there's just not a lot of imagination going into it, and there should be. Star Trek. Of course, about Star Trek, that's. Even though I love Strange New Worlds, it's basically the original series with a different captain. But think the best thing Star Trek are doing at the moment is Lower Decks, and people won't watch it because it's animated. And probably animation is probably the best form of media at the moment with the ideas. Rick and Morty, which came from Back to the Future, but you know, it's Family Guy, Simpsons. I haven't watched Simpsons in years. I don't know what it's like anymore. I really stopped watching Simpsons when I started watching Family Guy because it was just funny. I mean, South Park is absolutely fantastic, and there's so many layers to South Park. It's really good. Anyway, we did talk about toys, aren't we? So yeah, so I would rather go to a vintage toy shop like Cosmic Toys, Forever Retro, anywhere else you can think. Toy fairs, the best places to get. There are so many vintage toys that I want to get. I am looking for so many, and they're all expensive. Blue Thunder, a Fembot, Bigfoot. I need a Yak Face again. So I do see the modern toys, and I do like them. When I got the R2D2, I got the R5. You know what I mean? Black Series. But I'd rather save my money and try and get one of those higher priced vintage items. I mean, I want to get the Gay Ellis UFO figure back again. That's about £100. It's not too bad. And the Light Cycle from Tron. I'm just thinking of these on top of my head that I've been looking at the last few weeks, months. Corgi cars. I want all the Corgi TV cars. I'd like to get the Buck Rogers Starfighter again, which I had in the box. I'll get it. It'll get there. It'll get there. I mean, I'm getting into different things as well. Like going down to Cosmic Toys and all the Godzillas in there, the Kaiju, and yeah, I have been watching Gamera's films on Mystery Science Theater 3000. Mystery Science Theater 3000, please go watch that. They do live, it is live 24/7 now. So sometimes you can see, but they've been doing it since the 80s, the late 80s. So you might see films that are similar, but it's 24 hours, so it's a laugh. It's a laugh. They're just there laughing at old movies, and it's really good. So I'll link that in the description as well. So yeah, just a few things that I've been getting up to. Just a few. I mean, I'm waiting for the last pack of the Knight Rider. I've paid for it now, so by the end of this month, I will be getting that. I'll be finishing the Knight Rider, and then the Batmobile's coming. So going straight onto the Batmobile, which again, it's modern, but it's not. It's modern, but it's vintage. You know what I mean? It's a vintage property, but it's modern. Partworks, yeah, got an issue with Partworks. I'd like to do more. The Lancaster Bomber, I'm sorry, but I will be not doing that after issue 6 because I can't find it. I've been everywhere to try and find issue 6, and it looks like it's finished in the shops, so I can't afford to order it, unfortunately, because I'm getting the Batmobile. The Batmobile takes priority. Even though I have loved doing it, and I have had so many views from it, been doing really well, and I've had so much feedback from it. Even people, I had a woman in Cosmic Toys the other day. Oh, I love you, Lancaster Bomber. What are you carrying on doing it? I went, if I can find issue 6. I did say that I will do it up to when I can find it in the shops. And if I can't find it in the shops, I cannot afford to order it. Simple as that. I might look at trying to order it through their website, because you can buy separate issues. So I have asked the question to see whether they send me it. I know they won't. I know they won't. 'Cause nobody's none of these companies will sell and send. I'm just too small a channel, basically. Even though I was getting really good views with the Bama. It's just one of those things. It's one of the, you know, I'm quite lucky that I've got Playmobil sending me stuff. Hopefully Hasbro will send me stuff. Again, back to modern. I mean, Playmobil's modern. And it's made for kids. And they do put a lot of work into it. It's like Lego, Playmobil. I like companies like that are making the toys for kids, but they know it's adult as well. Adults are buying these, like the Magnum, the Knight Rider, and with Lego, there's certain kits that are adult only. But they are putting the heart into these designs. Lego, I don't know about Lego at the moment. I'm a bit. There is the TIE Interceptor coming out in May, so I might look at getting that if I can afford to get that. That'd be nice. And I still need to do the AT-AT. I restarted doing it, and the head's fallen off again. I'm just not. I might have to glue the head, which I don't want to do. I've got the legs too. I think I'll do the legs. See if we can do something about it and carry on with it. I've got the Gundam. I'm going to start the Gundam as well. And I've got stickers. I've got so many stickers to put in, but I've got all that NFL stickers, and I was going to do it on Super Bowl Sunday, but I was so busy. I was tidying up and doing other things, and I didn't have time to do it. But yeah, it's like I can't even get on my PlayStation. I haven't got the PlayStation Network anymore, so I won't be live streaming the PlayStation until it's £50 a year, which is not that bad, but for something that you're not getting any. Well, I suppose you get the free games a month, but the last 6 months of the PlayStation Network, the games have been absolutely crap, and I've not downloaded any of them. So the last 2 games I bought, and I did want to buy that Metal Gear Solid, which is, it went down to 12, and I should have bought it then, but it's back at 15 now. I actually sold the physical copy of all 3, but they want £45 for it. I don't want all 3, I just want the first one. So I think I'm going to try and get that, but that'll mean paying £50 for the PlayStation Network as well. So it's all cost. It's all cost. I know I get money from YouTube, but I have overlays. I have StreamYard. I have been paying for StreamYard for 3 years now. I only keep it on. I don't live stream as much as I used to do, I know, but I only keep it on because of the auction streams. They'll be continuing. I will be finding one. We'll find one. We're live streaming the auction, whichever one it is, and we'll get back to live streaming because I've paid £20 a month to StreamYard. I'm not using it, so I need to start using it. But obviously need the new computer. That is going to be. So we've got April. We've got Toy Fair. We've got the NEC Toy Fair. That is on my mind. So I'm not buying anything big. I don't want to buy the computer though. It's £1,500, but I want to pay it monthly. I can do it on Amazon over 5 months. I think it's like something like £300 a month, 5 months. Now that's a lot of money. So that's like 6 months down the line, and that'll be paid for. And then hopefully I can get a new phone then, because the phone's not a priority. This is fine that I'm recording on it now. The battery's good on it. I don't go out that often anyway for it to go down, but the battery's quite good on it. The audio's pretty good. Crackles. I know it crackles a bit, but we've got us microphones. I could do with a new camera, but it's just like I say, start a YouTube channel is pretty easy. You got a phone, and you've got a Google account, and you just put it up there. Sometimes you don't need to edit like these. I don't need to edit it. But once you get, like now, the last few months my subs been going up, which is good. Thank you, appreciate that. I'm not really. It's not a goal. I've not got any goals. I looked at Social Blade and it said you get 5,000 by end of the year, and I thought, no, what? I'm looking to get 4,000 by end of the year. So I suppose that is that's a bit of a goal of 4,000 by the end of the year, which we're on February now. Yeah, so say 10 months should get so that by the end of the year. But I won't be at 5,000. Oh, not a chance. I'm not really bothered. I'm not bothered. As long as the right people get the people that appreciate the toys and appreciate the histories and whatever I do, the auctions and things like that. They appreciate it. That's all I want. That's all I want. And I've been trying to diversify different toy lines to bring more people on board, like the Transformers, Turtles, anything. If there's any line that you want me to talk about, I'll do a history on. I'll carry on, like I'm going to carry on with the Transformers, because I've got a lot. I think that video that I did on the history of Transformers brought in the most subs of any video in the last 6 months or something like that. So I want to build on that. So people are coming and subscribing to my channel because it's a Transformers video. They obviously want to see Transformers, so I'm going to do Transformer videos. Even though I'm not collecting them, I'm going to do the videos. But it's not important. It's not really important. I'd be stupid if I didn't try and build on certain aspects. But I do this because I love it. I collect toys because I love it. The hit you get with nostalgia, and back to vintage versus modern. Vintage, you get a big hit. Modern, you sometimes think, oh, that's nice. I like that. But the vintage, you get the hit. You get. Oh, that's nice. Plus, I used to have that. I remember that. The best thing is, something that you've totally forgotten about. You see it could be, like, I got that Kung Fu game. Excuse me. I got for that Kung Fu game at the toy fair. And I totally forgotten about it. And I saw it, and the hit I've got to get it. So I got it, and it worked. And it was brilliant. But that is why I love vintage. Anything vintage. One, you can get it cheaper most of the time. Yes, I know I was saying that, like the Blue Thunder, things like that. It's like £500. But if they brought a Blue Thunder out now, how much would that be? That's a HasLab price, isn't it? The backpacks, the Ghostbuster backpacks. I do the Indiana Jones cosplay. This year I was planning to do Ghostbusters. Do a Ghostbuster cosplay, but the jumpsuit itself is £130. Then you get your backpack and your shoulder pads and your goggles and your trap and your wand, and it's pretty easy. It's not like the Indiana Jones thing where the Indiana Jones thing was pretty easy, but it's just getting the right thing. I still love the hat. The hat now is £500. I went to go get one. I went to see how much, if I could pay monthly. £500. No, I wouldn't pay that much anyway for a hat that I'm going to wear a handful of times. Now the jacket, I need the hat more than the jacket, but the jacket is £235, which is not bad for a leather jacket, but my leather jacket is fine. It's not perfect, but it's fine. It's the hat I really need. But going on to the Ghostbusters would have been nice, but I'm going to hold off on that. That's maybe a future thing. I need, the priority is a computer, and then maybe a phone, and then, because I want to do good content for you. I want to do, the thing is with getting the computer though is I wouldn't be buying as much, so there might be more history videos. I'll be doing a lot more on the computer with the history videos and the live streams and things like that. And that'd be, you get more videos, better videos, because I'm constricted now with this computer being so slow, and it's frustrating when I'm editing. I'm thinking, I could be doing so much. I could be doing more and researching more. But yeah, it's one of them things. It'll come. But I'm a patient man. I was talking about the, I think it was Joey on the Padawan. That and thank you Joey for giving me that membership. That was brilliant. Thank you. He says, oh, it took him 2 years to get the full vintage run. I thought, 2 years? I've been trying for 40 odd years and I still haven't done it. I need that yak face again. I need 4 blasters, 2 of the black Palace blasters, 2 of the black Pilot blasters, and the Warwick bow. And then I'll have a full collection for the full 96. But it's all about being patient. Is collecting patience. Don't blow your. I want to say don't blow your what, but don't blow the bank. 1, pay bills. 2, eat. And if you've got any spare cash, enjoy yourself. Do what you want that makes you happy. This life is too short. Do what makes you happy. And this makes me very happy. Collecting toys, doing these videos, talking about toys. If you want to hit me up anytime to talk about toys, if you want to come on, we'll do a live stream together. I'd like to start getting people back on and talking toys again. I've started going on the Cosmic Council with Gareth at Cosmic Toys, Andy, Excelsior, Domain, and Ed at Vaults of Icon. So yeah, I'm going to be trying getting more regular on that. I think I am part-time. I can't go full-time, but I'm going to try my best. I mean, we've been going on a little history with all the modelling as well. So I'm trying to get out there more, and I'd like to get people to come on my live stream now and again. So I need to start doing live streams, basically, and not just the giveaways once a month. Yeah, it's just difficult. I'm going to stop waffling soon. It's just a bit difficult that the more people you start watching, the more people I watch YouTube all the time. I just watch YouTube all the time. So I'm watching live streams constantly. You get to know them. So you're thinking, well, I can't do a live stream now because they're on. So it's difficult. It always has been difficult, but I kind of had a spot. And yeah, it's having that spot and getting people to know, oh, well, it's this day, it's this time, so and so's on. So that's why I do my premieres at 7 o'clock, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday's a bonus one. I usually do a Saturday one, but it's a bonus one. Sundays are free now because the NFL's finished. So I could probably do a live stream on a Sunday, maybe. But then again, there's a lot of other people are doing live streams as well, so I don't want to step on anybody's toes. But anyway, that's just this is just a roundup today. We talked about modern versus vintage. Let me know what you feel. If you think modern's better than vintage, which is your opinion. I would never select anybody's opinion. You're wrong, but I would never select anybody's opinion. Right, I'm going to go now. Been waffling on too long. I'll see you next time. We'll have to do this more often. Let's always be with you.
One does not simply walk into Mordor, and the great eye is ever watchful.
Cut. If you cut it, cut.